I'm Sarah, and I am challenging my team SS to master the air squat. Now, it took me about a half a year to get mine looking like this, and I had to consistently work at strengthening my core, my posterior chain, as well as improving my mobility in my ankles and my hips. So let's take a look at what's going on from the side view. So you'll notice that my head is looking just slightly above parallel. And you can see that I have my core very, very tight. Notice that I initiate the motion by sending my butt back and down, then I bend my knees. Take a look at my ear and notice that it moves straight up and down throughout the motion. The ear never moves forward. And by the same token, when I come back up, I am not leaning forward. Instead, I'm squeezing my glutes and my hamstrings to rise up using the same path that I use to descend. You can see that I keep my weight distributed in the heels of my feet, so I'm not on the balls of my feet. And you will also notice that I complete each squat at the top. Okay, so take a look. Notice that when I go up to the top, I go into full hip and knee extension before starting the next squat. From the front view, you can see that I stand with my feet about shoulder width apart and slightly toed out. And you can see that my knees are tracking in line with my toes. You can also see that I'm keeping my torso completely elongated. Let's look at what not to do. So don't put your arms way up there. Just put them slightly out in front of you as if you're blocking the sun from your eyes. Never initiate a squat with your knees. Don't do that. Always send your butt back first, then you bend at the knees. If you initiate a squat with your knees, you are putting so much sheer force on your knee joints, and that could eventually lead to knee pain. So take a look again. See how I send my butt back first, then I bend at the knees. Stay off the balls of your feet. Don't let your heels come off the ground, and do not round the back. The air squat demands adequate ankle, hip, and T-spine mobility. Notice that I squat below parallel, and this wasn't something I could do right out of the gates. I was very tight and I had to improve my hip mobility. So don't get discouraged. A good air squat takes time to master. Let's take a look at some common faults from the front view. So don't let your knees collapse inward, and don't go up onto your heels, and don't round your back. So you want to be, look out bean, you want to have your knees in a line with your toes. I recommend you master your air squat before you even think about loading yourself up with a barbell and plates. So don't worry about your overhead front and back squats until you have mastered the air squat. So get to work, and thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to my YouTube.